Henri Christophe. He was an American and Haitian revolutionary. So, Skeeter, Rufus, why don't you know jack shit? Why you gotta be so stupid? Alright, let's start from the beginning. So, Henri Christophe, pronounced Christophe, was destined to be a great man. Henri Christophe was born October 6, 1767 on the island of Grenada, nicknamed the Spice Isle because Grenada produces 40% of the world's nutmeg. Grenada is one of the southernmost islands in the Caribbean. It's just northwest of Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela. At the time when Henri Christophe was born, Grenada was then a territory the British had conquered and controlled for 5 years since 1762. The French controlled it before then. So this is British-owned Grenada. Henri Christophe is born. Grenada was an important island for the imperialist nations, just like many of the Caribbean islands, because of their sugarcane and indigo plantations. Grenada's capital also had a natural harbor to park their ships in during hurricanes, giving Grenada a perk other Caribbean islands didn't have. Henri Christophe, and that's how you pronounce it. It looks like Christophe, but Henri Christophe, his mother was a slave brought to Grenada with thousands of other West Africans to slave in the sugarcane plantations. Henri's father was supposedly a free man. Henri Christophe was born with Bambara blood. So his parents, coming from West Africa, were Bambara, part of the Bambara people. The Bambara people, also known as the Bamana or Bandmana people, are a Mande people living in West Africa, primarily in Mali, but also in Guinea, Burkina Faso, and Senegal. The Bambara originated as a royal section of the Manding people. The Bambara people are the founders of the Mali Empire in the 13th century. The Bambara people are considered to be among the largest Mande ethnic groups and are the dominant Mande group in Mali, with 80% of the population speaking the Bambara language. So the Bambara slaves in Grenada's sugar cane plantation industry were known for their fierce and determined nature to resist the institution of slavery. The revolutionary nature of Henri Christophe had its roots deeply embedded in his African ancestry. Think Kunta Kinte, proud, right, warrior. And he's not Toby, Kunta Kinte. So the revolutionary nature of Henri Christophe had its roots deeply embedded in his African ancestry. Not knowing what to do with the young, rambunctious Henri Christophe, his father sold him, or allowed him to be sold by his plantation owner, to a black mason to be used as an apprentice. Henri Christophe ran away from his black mason master, and he stowed himself away on a boat bound for the island of Saint-Domingue, now Haiti. Henri was a cabin boy servant of the French ship's captain. So he's a servant of the French ship's captain, being stowed away on a boat, now going to Haiti. The ship's French captain sold Henri to a French sugar planter in the French province. Henri Christophe gets off the island of Grenada, and he's on his way to Haiti. He is the French ship's captain's, slave boy. And he was able to get on this boat somehow, and then he's in Haiti now. So the ship's French captain sold Henri Christophe to a French sugar planter in the French province on the northern part of the island of Saint-Domingue, called Haiti. So he's in the northern part of Haiti before he even reaches the age of 10. So Grenada, right? His parents were from West Africa, Grenada. Now he's on a ship. Now he's in Haiti. Haiti is a Carib Indian name meaning the land of the mountains. At age 12, Henri Christophe ended up being the servant of a French naval officer. He was hired to oil his boots and serve his meals. This job, the servant of a French naval officer, would eventually take Henri Christophe to America. during the American Revolution, where Henri Christophe fought with the French and the Americans against the British in the siege of Savannah as a 12-year-old drummer boy, either as an enlistee or as the property of that French naval officer whom he had oiled his boots and served his meals. One report claimed Henri Christophe was a sergeant, but that seems highly unlikely considering he's 12 years old. So the siege of Savannah happens September 16th, 1779 to October 20th, 1779. It was an American Revolutionary War battle. So the Americans needed some navy. They needed some navy power, naval support. They contacted the French. The French says, we have what you need. The Battle of Savannah is also famed. It's famous, or it's known because Casimir Pulaski, the namesake of Pulaski County, Kentucky, where I reside right now. It was here at the Battle of Savannah where he was killed with grape shot. So it was a loss. The Battle of Savannah is going to be a loss for the French and the Americans. Savannah was taken by the British early in the war, and it was held during most of the American Revolutionary War. Needing naval power, the French helped out by providing a regiment of slaves from Saint Domingue, from Haiti. Henri Christophe was among the 545 Haitian free Negroes known as the Fontanges Legion. Henri Christophe served with the French forces as a drummer boy in the Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue. I don't know. It means the volunteer hunters from Saint Domingue. So he was one of the volunteer hunters. The volunteer hunters were a regiment composed of gens de couleur, which means, it's a French term meaning people of color. So it was a black regiment, or mulatto, brown, black, and they were mixed race residents of Saint Domingue. Even with the French black regiment assisting, the Americans lost the siege of Savannah. The end result of the failed Franco-American siege of Savannah in 1779 was Savannah was 1779. 244 killed, nearly 600 wounded, and 120 taken prisoner. Fighting to make men in another country free from oppression created a thirst for freedom within Henri Christophe. After the siege of Savannah, Henri Christophe was once again sold to a free black who owned a hotel. Henri Christophe moved up from the stable boy to cook, waiter, and billiard marker. Henri Christophe saved enough money to buy his freedom. When Henri Christophe was 26 years old, he married the boss's daughter, Marie Louise, who was 15 years old, which is the same age that Henrietta Maria, aka Mary of Maryland, married King Charles I. Henri Christophe and Mary Louise had 2 sons and 2 daughters. Many other less famous individuals from Saint Domingue who served in the Black French Regiment would form the officer class of the rebel armies in the Haitian Revolution, especially in the northern province around today's Cap-Haïtien, where the French Black Unit was created. Cap-Haïtien would eventually be named Cap-Henri, because Cap-Henri is going to move up in the ranks of power in Haiti. So the Gens de couleur, the volunteer hunters of the mixed race or black people from Haiti that fought in the Battle of Savannah, were part of a regiment that would eventually be the rebel guard. They would be the ones that would lead the Haitian Revolution, which is phenomenal. It's actually fantastic. George Washington owned slaves, didn't want to equip any of the black slaves with guns or let them serve to, keep them in their place. Now, that's remarkable because, first of all, Christophe is fighting for the American Revolution, and then he's going to fight for the Haitian Revolution. He fought for other people's freedom, the white, male, land-owning aristocracy of America. He fought for their freedom, and then he went to Haiti to free the slaves there from French, British, and Spanish colonial rule. So, fighting for the Patriots, these former French slaves returned to their island and led their own war against slavery. Their own. Like the Americans for whom they fought, they would soon declare their independence. The oppressed fought for their freedom against the oppressors. Eventually, the Haitian Revolution was victorious, and Haiti became an independent republic in 1804. Henri Christophe would be elected president of the northern state of Haiti in February of 1807, and then in 1811 he would declare himself king. He even created a nobility, had dukes and all these other, nobility, like a aristocracy. So the French, dukes, knights, whatever. He had his own royal court, just like King Louis the 14th, or I think the Sun King, right? So, this is Henri Christophe, starting from a slave in Grenada, going to Haiti, northern Haiti as a slave, fighting in the American Revolution, comes back, fights in the Haitian Revolution, becomes elected president of the northern state of Haiti, and then he declares himself king. So this is a slave boy that eventually becomes king. It's a remarkable story. He's a remarkable man. He never went to school. He was illiterate his entire life, which seems, that doesn't even sound right. Let's say he was illiterate most of his life, because if he's illiterate his whole life, then how is he able to issue proclamations or constitutions, or was that the problem? Eventually, even though he had a remarkable life from his Bambara roots to Grenada to Haiti to Savannah, Georgia, and then back to Haiti again, the ending wasn't so great for Henry. So he was an unpopular autocratic monarch, and he was about to be taken over. So in 1820, the 53-year-old Henri Christophe shot himself with a silver bullet to the heart at the Citadelle La Fière on a mountain near Malat. And he was the one that built the Citadel. The Citadel is still standing today. Very famous. Old, fallen apart, but it's huge stone fortress on the island of Haiti, which was, to repel any intruders. He shot himself with a silver bullet to the heart to prevent his enemies from killing him. 10 days later, they would kill his son, the heir to the throne of the northern state of Haiti. Eventually, the northern and southern parts would be together, and then Haiti would become one. Now, while I am an iconoclaster, I am not a revisionist. I do not intend to destroy George Washington. His place in history is very secure. What I seek to do when I see history, I have a very, perhaps myopic perspective. There's the oppressed and the oppressors. And then there are those people who are for equality, striving for the liberation of everybody, you and me both. So you're the oppressor, you're the one following the oppressor, or you're your own individual fighting for the liberation. I guess you could be your own individual who don't give a fuck about anybody else, so you could just be a hermit, or you can help with the liberation of others. So in terms of the oppressors versus the oppressed, George Washington would have been, he would be both. He would have been the oppressor of many, but also the liberator of many too. So what I seek to do is to correct the record to accurately reflect who George Washington precisely was. Because we haven't over-exaggerated the greatness of George Washington. We've elevated a man to a superhero status. He's not Superman. And subsequently, by saying George Washington was this great, perfect human being that could do no wrong, subsequently we buried and forgotten many noble heroes in our history books because of it. Because if a 7th generation slave-owning Native American killing aristocrat, a crooked land speculating Brit who fought on behalf of King George II and King George III for most of his life is so great, then how are we able to appreciate a 12-year-old drummer boy from Haiti fighting for America's freedom? Hell, I bet you've never even heard of Henri Christophe. Henri Christophe fought for both the American Revolution and the Haitian Revolution. But did America help Henri Christophe? America didn't help Henry fight his revolution in Haiti. Nor did America help the French Revolution, instead proclaiming neutrality. George Washington went with the advice of fucking Alexander Hamilton, that piece of shit, and against Thomas Jefferson. So we didn't take a stake in the French Revolution. Eventually, it would bite us in the ass by being on the wrong side of history. We were in favor of the American Revolution. George Washington was in favor of his liberation, but not many others. Many people were forgotten in the American Revolution. So George Washington was not in favor of the French Revolution. He wasn't in favor of the Haitian Revolution. He wasn't in favor of revolution. He had slaves. He didn't want to he wanted to keep his slaves. So being neutral in these conflicts would bite America in the ass because of the War of 1812. We were like, well, we're partly British and we speak English. We're not going to side with the French Revolution. So you're still trying to deal with Britain, and then in the War of 1812, Britain burns down the White House. So you do realize that the Haitian Revolution, Skeeter, Rufus, you do realize that the Haitian Revolution helped the United States to acquire the Louisiana Purchase. Because of the Haitian Revolution, Napoleon needed money to fight against Haiti. He wanted to reconquer Haiti. It was one of France's most profitable sugar plantations that they had. They wanted to reconquer it and reinstitute slavery. But in order to fight this battle and to fight, the people in Europe, he needed money. So he sold the Louisiana Purchase to the United States, and today the Louisiana Purchase consists of at least 15 different U.S. states and 2 provinces, Alberta and Saskatchewan of Canada. So this means the residents of South Dakota, Nebraska. These are states that are completely inside the Louisiana Purchase. South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. The people of Arkansas, the people of Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota owe to Saint Louverture and Henri Christophe and all the Haitian revolutionaries their place in American statehood. Their place as American citizens would not have come to be if it wasn't for the Haitian Revolution, which to Saint Louverture and Henri Christophe was a part of. So then there was partial states: Colorado, Texas, Louisiana, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, and Wyoming all had a piece of the Louisiana Purchase as a part of their state today. So in total, 15 states, 2 Canadian provinces owe, well, I guess we're not Canadians anymore, but the ones that are still American states today would not have been American states had it not been for the Haitian revolutionaries, including our man, Henri Christophe. So, why is this important? The Haitian Revolution shows a crystal clear revolution which sees the oppressed conquering their oppressors. You can't get no more clear cut and dry than that. These slaves rebelled and won their freedom. In fact, it's the only place where the slaves rebelled and won their freedom. And that is beautiful. That's remarkable. The American Revolution, comparably, didn't liberate everybody. The American Revolution forgot black folks, kept them enslaved. Native Americans, killed them, pushed them off the land, stole their land, raped their women, their culture, put them on the reservations. The right to vote didn't go to black folks, it didn't go to Native Americans, it didn't go to women, which is over 50%, or about 50% of the population, but add black people, Native Americans, and then anybody under 21. The right to vote went to 21 and over, to land-owning whites, males. So that means even white males who are under 21 or who didn't own land or property did not get the right to vote. So, a lot of white males, most white males who didn't own property, anybody under 21, women, 50% of the population, Native Americans, black folks. This is most of the population of the United States of America did not benefit, did not win victory, did not win freedom, independence in the American Revolution. So the Haitian Revolution represents a more perfect, crystal clear revolution. The oppressed won their freedom. Now, unfortunately, once the oppressed won their freedom, how they established themselves, they had some issues. So I'll make my last point. If a 7th generation slave-owning Native American killing aristocrat, a crooked land-speculating Brit who fought on behalf of King George II, King George III, for most of his life as a superhero, then how can one appreciate a 12-year-old drummer, a Haitian drummer, a Grenadan, Bambara, Haitian drummer, fighting for America's freedom?